This is Jimmy Jones, Toyota of Orangeburg, and you're watching the Orangeburg Educational Network.
My name is Kevin Lewis. I'm the Assistant Principal and Guidance Counselor of the High School for Health Professions. We're actually here with Mr. Miller, who's here for a principal for a day. The idea is I want to make sure he is truly knowledgeable about what the High School for Health Profession does. We just left Mr. Kwameni's pre-calculus class, so you can see that what we discussed earlier, our students seem to be strong in science and math. And he actually had a chance to, when he came in, he had his blood pressure checked from one of our health study students. So the idea is that he just truly sees what we do here at our school. So we are busy. We do more and carry more than one hat.
Is this your first principal for a day activity?
For me, yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. And tell us about your experience.
This is also my first experience with principal for a day, and I'm excited and did not know that all this went on here at this school. They do great things. It's wonderful.
Do more people that don't have children in the school system need to come and visit the school system to see what's going on?
Yes.
Would you encourage that?
Yes, I will. I will encourage that. I mean, I was just talking with Mr. Lewis to, I'm actually a member of the Orangeburg Morning Rotary Club, and I'm going to see if I can get him to come and one morning and speak to my Morning Rotary Club and tell them just what they do here at this school. Because it'd be amazing to know who in Orangeburg County knows about I call it the old Nick school. And what
that little one, I want to scoop her up and take her home with me.
Oh yeah, she's good, isn't she?
She looks like she's just, I mean,
Yeah.
she was looking off in the distance.
They get excited.
Zach Earl, working in the library to just really prepare you for principal of the day, working with kids.
You know, before I was a librarian, I was a restaurant manager, and when you're a restaurant manager, you got to be looking all places and knowing what's going on everywhere. Just becoming a librarian added the more academic aspect to it. So, I mean, this is a great space that she's got here. I would love to do what she's doing.
And walking around with you for the past hour and your interaction with kids, you seem to enjoy it and they seem to like you. Is this something you may be interested in one day? Being a teacher or maybe a principal?
I don't know. My mother was a Montessori teacher. She majored in art and elementary education, and my father was also very, very focused on our education. So I think that's where my natural instinct to help and to teach comes from. I don't think I can keep up with Miss Taylor though. I gotta tell you, she's all over the place. She's very involved principal. She's very impressive to watch. Oh my goodness! It was like he broke free from a life sentence.
You're it!
Yes! Home run! Congratulations! Happy birthday! Go! Onward! Look out! Wake up! Boo! Oh my goodness! So much excitement.
I really do love my job, so I don't mind, you know, having someone with me, you know, to see what I do, what a day is like. But it was fun to have someone come in to take an interest.
Is this something that you wouldn't mind having again? Would this be something you would love to do again as well?
Oh, I'd love to do it again. In fact, we've already started thinking about ways that we could partner so we can get the kids more involved in what we do at the library and maybe spread our funding, you know, through both agencies so we can kind of attack them on all ends. Every single classroom that I've gone into in this facility has had books in it, and that's made me really happy because that's not the case in a lot of schools, and they're very focused on reading. A lot of their special initiatives focus on reading, the Brownies and Books, which we've already done. You know, and all the administrators take place in that, and that's also an excellent, because you can't just be an administrator and not set a good example, and reading to the kids is the best example that they can get, because if they want to learn, they need to learn to read first. Learn to read, read to learn. So it's the first step, and I think it's phenomenal, really.
Do you think you'll incorporate maybe Brownies and Books at the library, maybe?
You know, we provide a lot of food at our programs. All the movies that we show, we pop popcorn. We have a popcorn machine at the library. Yeah. So we pop popcorn, it's free, and we have bottled water. The kids can come in. The adults too, we pop popcorn and we have snacks.
Good. I like that.
So we incorporate a lot of food into our programs because we know that if we want, kids need to have food in their stomach so they can focus on what they're doing. And even if it's just something recreational, like watching a movie, or if they're doing art or science or any other activities, we like to make sure that they have access to that, because sometimes they need a little something.
Here with Eddie Massey and also principal of Clark Middle School, Mr. Rodney Zimmerman. And first I want to start with Eddie. How was it being principal for the day at Clark Middle School?
It was a phenomenal experience. I learned a bunch about just how education really works.
Now, what were some of the things that you did throughout the day?
So start out right at 7:30. I saw Mr. Zimmerman and everybody warned me about the track shoes because we were going to be going around. We went to the first thing we did. We went to the cafeteria, and Mr. Zimmerman he laid down the law to give them the expectation for the day. Mm-hmm. So that was the first thing. We went and gave them what we were going to be doing for the day, and then we went to all the classrooms, and to see what was going on.
Now, Mr. Zimmerman, like you mentioned with the track shoes, you walk around a lot. How important is it to visit classrooms and other places throughout the school every day?
Well, first of all, it's very important. I want to thank Mr. Massey for being with us today. He did an outstanding job for us, working with me and being very involved. Mm-hmm. So I really appreciate that. But it's very important because you want to make sure people there understand you're there to support them. And I'm all about building capacity. And you build capacity by being aware of what's going on and where you need it.
How was it handling one of the most busiest middle schools in the Orangeburg Consolidated District?
Oh, I have not that I didn't respect educators and administrators. I have another level of respect just because of how involved you have to be. And one of the questions I asked him was, well, when do you actually do your administrative, paperwork and tasks and things like that? Because he has to be so heavily involved in what's going on day to day. So it takes a lot of energy.
Now, is being principal or possibly a teacher possibly an aspiration of yours one day?
I'm more so working outside of the field, educating students in coding and math and stuff like that. So I like to continue to partner with the schools, just sneaking on in.
That's great.
Again, like I said, this is the last So as you can see, they have the books in the bench. You see someone taking this test right now, and then the afternoon.
So they can take their test on their iPad?
Right, yeah.
Oh, well, that's very good.
Okay, very good. Now, did you see how Ms. Pago used those transition words? To begin with, I would need to understand the Jamaican culture as far as their school, religion, how they socialize, and their food. What's the second thing I'm going to talk about? Ayana?
1, 2, 3, 4. We have a total about 5-ish in that.
Very good. Secondly, yippee. You see I use that word, yippee? Secondly, yippee. I will sit with some.
Community member come out and have an opportunity to become principal for a day at the school. So she's our community member. She's with our Orangeburg County Chamber of Commerce, vice president there.
Wonderful. And Yuri, would you like to show your pen pal letter?
Oh, wow.
They just finished up writing return letters that they're sending back.
That's great. Well, I hope you continue to write your pen pal even after school gets over and summer break.
So Ms. Hernandez's students are learning English. So this was a way for them to practice their English, and then a way for our students to, meet someone from another country via their letters.
Yeah, that's great. Are you going to write your pen pal over the summer break? Maybe? Come on, this could be like a friend for the rest of your life. You never know. They may come visit you, or you could go visit them. There could always be possibilities. And y'all seem to have so much in common.
Yeah, they create.
What about you? Is your favorite sport soccer team? Like your pen pal? See? Y'all could grow up and play soccer together. You never know. You maybe go to college together one day. Well, I hope y'all.
I'm here with Mr. Griffin, and Mr. Griffin was the principal at Brookdale Elementary today as a principal for the day. He's a reverend, and tell us a little bit about that experience.
Actually, it was wonderful. As I shared earlier inside, that Principal Stokes, Dr. Stokes, was a very gracious host, and she shared her entire day with me. She invited me into her office. They greeted me with my own parking space in her parking space, as a matter of fact, and my name on the marquee just really made me feel welcome.
And Dr. Stokes, what was it like relinquishing your job as principal for today?
Due to Pastor Griffin's strong, caring presence, he has an aura about him, and it's clear and it's very obvious that he cares about people. So anybody who cares about people and loves children are on the same page with me.
We are here with Dover Elementary Principal Mr. Schillick, and also we are here with his replacement for today, Ms. Livingston. Ms. Livingston, what's your current occupation? Because you are the replacement principal for today.
That's right. Currently, I'm a pharmacist, but I am also the PTO president at Dover.
Now, how was it being principal for today?
It was a really good experience. All the children were very welcoming. I got to see a lot of different things, a lot of different teaching styles, so it was very rewarding.
Now, Mr. Schillick, did you have a game plan for Ms. Livingston going into today?
Yeah, my game plan was for her to see teachers in action and for her to see what we're all about, which is about kids and learning. So we had several other things we did today, but the main focus was her getting in as many classrooms as possible.
Now, Ms. Livingston, is this something that might interest you in the long run, possibly being a principal or maybe a school teacher?
Maybe later in life, but I have a lot of student loans I have to pay back, so I might better stick to a pharmacist for a little
North High School principal, Mr. Gregory, and I'm also here with Mr. Carter, who was the principal for today at North High School. Mr. Carter, how was that experience?
It was a very pleasant experience. I've always had a great admiration for our educators. And in the line of work I'm in, I appreciate it even more because I know it's more of a calling. It's not for everybody. And so I appreciate those who have the patience and the desire to help our children and our teenagers to be the best they can be. So it was a great experience.
Now, what was your day-to-day activities like today?
Mr. Gregory, he met me this morning in the office, and I didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you. And we started going through the school, touring the school, basically going through his day. And I was impressed by his personal nature, the way he dealt with each. He knew the students' names. I was very amazed at all the names he knew, and the kids he'd call a name, they'd come over. It was a very positive relationship he has with the kids. And we went into classes. And I got to see some of the technology, which I'm a little bit older generation, so I'm always amazed by the kids and what they can do with the computers. But I think what touched me the most was Mr. Gregory told me about one of his, he was a fifth-year senior, who's had some personal problems, some distractions, but they've gone above and beyond to come up with a program where this young man can still graduate via online courses. And I was very impressed with that. They would go to that extent to see to it he gets his diploma and graduates.
Hi, I'm Steve Williams. I'm standing here with Mr. Lorenzo Anderson with Toyota. He's our principal for today. We're having an opportunity to show him all the great things that we have here at the Technology Center. Right now we're in the automotive repair class, and it's one of many opportunities for students, and I'll let you explain how it feels to you being here.
Yeah, how does it feel to be here?
Man, it's awesome. You know, Mr. Williams and his staff are doing a great job here at the Technology Center. And you know, you pass by and you don't really can't understand or see the activities and the great things they're doing for the community and for the kids and giving them different skills. And so, and actually when they leave here, they'll be prepared to go into the workforce and do great things. So, great opportunity, and I'm glad I came here. And Mr. Williams showing me around and showing me the technology.
We're having a good time at the Technology Center. This is the day we set aside for our students to have a fun day. It is great. This is sponsored by the Guidance Department. And all our students, each block will have a hot dog and a hamburger and just enjoy a fun day for all the hard work that they've done the whole year.
Here with Mike Adams, the Director of Public Safety here in Orangeburg, and also Mr. Eric Brown, who is currently the principal at Robert E. Howard Middle School. And it was principal for a day. Mr. Adams, you replaced Mr. Brown for about 4 hours. Tell us a little bit about the experience.
Well, it was a really good experience. I was a little apprehensive at first, but when I got there, I met with Mr. Brown's staff. Then I met with him. I was quickly put at ease, and we began what his daily routine is. I tell you, this man is very busy. He is going in and out of classrooms. In addition to, going in and out of classrooms, he is doing strategic planning with some of his staff. I was fortunate enough to sit in on that. And then in addition to that, he is thinking of some innovative ways, and certainly I don't want to steal his thunder, but some innovative ways to bring.
Okay, we are here with Miss Billie Jean Shaw from WIS, and also Orangeburg Wilkinson Principal, Dr. Stephen Peters. And you were the principal for the day for a couple of hours, so tell me about your experience as it.
So my experience, I exercised a lot because Dr. Peters, like I mentioned, is not staying in his office. He is out and about. He is at everything. So this morning when I walked in, we went to the ring ceremony. The juniors and seniors received their class ring, which was so beautiful. It was a great program. And there's a lot of talented students there as well. I cannot remember the young lady's name, but they had a singer, they had a jazz band. So it was amazing. And then from there, we went to a meeting to talk about test scores. And then a lot of it, the day was Dr. Peters interacting with the students and talking to them and just checking on their well-being. It wasn't necessarily about school. It was, how are you? And what was the most impressive thing to me, he says, I believe 1,200 students go there. And he knew every single name. Every person he came across, he said hello to them by name. And that was absolutely amazing to me. So I had a great experience. My parents are both teachers, but I've never, really got a good understanding of what principals do. And I wouldn't say he's a principal. He's more like a father figure to them. That's what I gathered from today.
Also here with Bethune-Bowman's principal, Mrs. Lewis, and Mr. Ravenel. How was it being principal for today at Bethune-Bowman?
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a phenomenal experience. It's one that I never thought I would have had in a lifetime. It was very enjoyable. It was more than I expected. I told Ms. Lewis, and I said, I don't know where her paycheck is, but whatever she's getting paid, she worked more than what she's getting paid for. That's a good thing. She's doing a terrific job as a principal there. The class setting was, everybody was just professional. And when you walk in the classroom, you didn't have to, she didn't have to even say a word, things just continue. If as that you were there or there, the same type, the affairs you were doing, everything was happening. That's good.
Now, did you manage both the elementary, middle, and high school today?
Yes.
Now, Mrs. Lewis, I know you got quite a break now, so I bet this was a relief for you.
It was, but it was a good time. We got an opportunity to showcase our children pre-K through 12, so that was wonderful. And one awesome thing about being in a K through 12 campus is that you see the children grow, you see them learning different things, and you see them accelerating and then graduating. So that's a wonderful thing.
Now, did you have something coming in today for Mr. Ravenel to do, probably throughout the school with the students or anything else?
Yeah, I tried to give him, and one thing I gave my disclaimer, sometimes we have a to-do list, but it does not always work that way because situations and circumstances dictate your schedule. But we first started off with our administrative team update, and then my bookkeeper, she normally gives me an update of my day and whether I have any messages. And then I also made it be known that when parents call, I try and call them back within 24 hours. And then after we did that, we did our classroom observations. And so that's why sometimes it's hard to catch me in the office because I'm in the classes seeing what our children are learning.
Thank you for joining us here on Orangeburg's Educational Network. This has been the Principal for a Day, brought to you by the Orangeburg Consolidated School District 5. I'm Paul Harris, and I am signing off. Till next time.